Welcome back to what I worked on this week. In this video, you're going to see how I start pieces. I started 2 new pieces. You're going to see how I do the abstract and where I go. I'm also going to show you how what seemed like a great idea just turned into not such a great idea. And I ended up having the shapes and everything else just didn't work out, even though I loved the idea. So stick around. It's going to be fun. Let's go check it out. So this is a piece that I had this idea where I had this kind of lighter space, this gold, that I was going to do this kind of centered thing. And every time I stepped back from it, the shapes just didn't work out. So this is that piece that I was talking about in the intro where I just loved the idea of having this gold, just lightness to it, and this lost and found edges with the fish, and just all into the art of it, right? But every time I stepped back to go get a drink or something like that, and I look at it from a distance, the shapes, it was mud. It was just a muddy mess right in the middle. When you got close to it, you could make it all out. But, from 5, 6, 10 feet away, it was just a garbled mess. And so I realized that it was an idea that I was really stuck on that just wasn't going to work out. And I think that's kind of part of art, and especially part of this particular process, when you're just kind of following the muse, if you will, that you can get hooked onto an idea and find out that it's just not going to work out for you. And you got to be ready to move on and be okay with moving on. And so I did. I completely started darkening up all this. And now all of a sudden, the shapes of the fish start showing, which I think is an integral part of the storytelling in this piece. Is you got to have these fish all over so you can, it just helps tell the story. I'm not going to let you know what the story is yet, but it helps tell the story. So anyhow, really quick, that's what it was. There's still some gold in there, and I still might actually really push the gold in the fish, which I think could be really fun, and maybe that's where I'm going to go next, is trying to get more gold in these fish. I tried to do the powder that I use, the pigment powder in the fish, but it just didn't leave enough, so I might go after it with my gold pastel sticks. So anyhow, there you go. This is pretty much the only real piece I worked on besides the 2 abstracts that you saw earlier. So, or that you're going to see in a second. Probably you're going to see in a second. I'll probably put this first in the video. So anyhow, stick around because I'm going to start those abstracts. It's a fun process. You're going to get to see the whole thing, and what you're going to be amazed about is that it happens so quickly. So stick around. So I went ahead and measured this, and it's 7.5 by 30, or if you will, 30 by 7.5. Because I think I want to do this instead of vertical like most of my pieces seem to be. I'm going to do this horizontal. So we're going to start putting some charcoal on this sucker. And and I have this thought in my head of this kind of wavy, could be a dragon. I don't know what it's going to be. Seems to have been doing a lot of dragons this past year, but that's okay. You almost see this rider here, and This is the head. Maybe a mouth open up. But I'm not going to stick to it. I mean, hit my head. That's what I see. I want to see a dragon, but I just thought it'd be really cool. Just snake-like dragon thing, but I'm not sticking with it. It can be whatever it's going to end up being. But then I want to do something different with it, maybe. That's what I mean. You can kind of see his mouth is open. But I don't know, maybe it won't be a dragon. Maybe it'll be something else. Some other kind of creature. As you can see, it doesn't necessarily take a long time to do an abstract. Sometimes if you kind of have a shape that you want to go with, you just go with it. And the funny thing is I might get this, and then I might think to myself, it's too normal, and I'll want to do something else to it. And it's very possible, and I'll end up coming back and changing filling the whole thing with charcoal, which part of me really wants to do. But sometimes I'll do something crazy like that, or maybe I'll end up doing another dragon here, which is another possibility. A big head of another dragon here, so there's like a whole bunch of. That's really a fun idea, actually. There's another dragon here that's like just so you got a dragon and then other dragon's heads here, kind of going. That'd be really. Yeah, that's a really fun idea. Matter of fact, I am just going to go ahead and put charcoal in there and then just follow the intuition. I always tell everybody to follow the intuition. So, what if there was another dragon right here? That's kind of interesting. You almost can see the outline of the head, eye socket here, you know, eye here. This is kind of the eyebrow. And then another dragon through here. So maybe I can eventually maybe do a third head back here, which would be really cool. We've got a rider of some sort right here. And yeah, so at this point, I'm calling this one good. So you see, it doesn't take long, and you do just follow the intuition. So we'll see where it goes. I'll blow this off, and it'll be ready to go. All right. And then we got this guy here. It's like, what to do with this guy? This one I do have a frame for, and I'll show you that probably next week. So, and I got this drawed line here that I need to get rid of. Before I start, I changed the way I was going to cut this. And I hit the little drawing there. Little line. All right. There we go. So, do I want to do color? It seems like I've done a lot of color lately, so I'm not going to do color on this one either. I am just going to start the abstract. And I think on this one, I'm going to have a little fun and not necessarily cover the whole thing. I'm going to start with just a shape. This one, you can see I am pushing the directional flow on this one a little bit more than I normally do, because I can already see these trees, and there'll be somebody in here, and these would be roots kind of coming out. So I'm not gonna, I am toying with that a little bit more in that sense. Since all of a sudden I saw the trees, I'm going to go for it. I am going to create some texture in here, not knowing what is going to show up in here. The top of it. So I definitely am going to be looking for something in this area. Probably a face or something. I definitely want a face here somewhere. It might be time to break out a little bit of the feather. So, you know. Look at that, so do the trees, the lines that I can get out of the feather. Get some really interesting things going on. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to leave it like that. So here you go. It's been 13 minutes and boom, we already have something that's interesting. 2 pieces, 2 abstracts, ready to go. This one has a lot of directionality, so does the other one, obviously being horizontal. But we also came up with the idea of adding an extra dragon if I did want to go with a dragon. And this is all preliminary. I don't know if it's going to turn into a dragon. I just would like it to run that way. So there you go. So in this crazy world with splatters on Arch's papers and starting all over again, that's all we can do. We can just draw as often, as much as we can. Draw. You guys take care. Remember, share, follow, like, all that kind of stuff. Really appreciate it. You guys take care. Bye.